Once a year, in this tranquil and beautiful resort town of Misano, Italy, translators and translation studies scholars gather for one of the most significant translation studies workshops in the world. Over a period of 2 weeks, they gather here at the San Pellegrino Institute, where they get the opportunity to attend lectures, meet with translators and translation scholars from all over the world, and to share some of their own research. The Nida School for Translation Studies takes place under the auspices of the American Bible Society, and over the years it has developed from a seminar with a specific focus on Bible translation to an interdisciplinary workshop where translators from all kinds of texts and scholars in the emerging academic field of translation studies get the opportunity to interact and share ideas.
This is the Nida School for Translation Studies, which is a laboratory really for advanced translation work for Bible translators, but also for translators of classical literature, of dubbers, subtitlers, media translators, legal translators. We bring together people whose professional interest, whose research interest, whose teaching interest is translation.
Eugene Nida, a Bible translation pioneer, took Bible translation from a position of relative isolation into the broader world of translation studies. And this broader interaction proved remarkably fruitful. Bible translators and other translators discovered that they could learn from each other, and that they were dealing with similar challenges, whether translating a biblical text, or a video game, or Chinese literature. The Nida School is a continuation of this process started by Eugene Nida 3 decades ago, and translators and translation studies experts from all kinds of disciplines and fields of research find the interaction and the interdisciplinary approach and the sharing of practice and theory here extremely meaningful.
What I enjoy about it is, although I'm not a biblical scholar myself, I know very little about the Bible. I don't even train translators as such. My interest is in translation theory. But what I find here is a tremendous variety of backgrounds and cultural contexts. People who work with African languages, South American native languages, God knows what else. And it's that range, that variety, which I really enjoy and find exhilarating and refreshing.
Yeah, I very much like the interaction, the way that we're getting a kind of interdisciplinary dialogue, because in my own area, communication has always been to a certain degree interdisciplinary, and yet now we're encountering people we really hadn't spoken with before. And I think that's helpful for these coming in as translators, because they bring a great variety.
Oh, it's really great. I enjoy it very, very much. It's a lot of nice people, very, very interesting people, very interesting ideas, so it exceeds far beyond my expectations.
The Nida School offers excellent facilities, from an internet-enabled computer lab, a small library and lecture rooms. Here, the attendees get the opportunity to listen to lectures presented by specially invited Nida professors and other experts. However, everybody attending also has the opportunity to share ideas or read a paper, and the interaction is positive and constructive. At the Nida School, there's also the practice of structured one-on-one conversations.
We build in lots of space for personal interaction, for learning on a one-to-one basis. We spend about half our time in a classroom setting doing traditional lectures, workshops, and seminars. Then the students are required to have tutorials, one-on-one conversations with the experts here. But we also make space for the staff and the students to interact with each other over table, out in the gardens, because what we firmly believe is that to integrate and absorb and to really make this material relevant, you've got to step outside of the academic classroom. You've got to sit down with other practitioners and let them tell you their heart story, you tell them your heart story, and out of these sort of two heart stories comes an even greater one.
The San Pellegrino Institute is a stone's throw away from the beach, and apart from the lush gardens, there are also tennis courts for the active souls. It is really a wonderful setting where translators and translation studies researchers have a unique opportunity to hone their skills as translators, to brush up on theory, and to extend their own networks worldwide.
I love it. So far it has been absolutely amazing. It's been, well, not quite 48 hours since I arrived, but I've already had some fascinating conversations, and just being able to meet people from all around the world, literally all around the world. There's at least 20 countries, if not more, represented. It's been absolutely fascinating.
I think there's so much to offer here. I think the school has has the potential to become a major, major center of translation studies. It's just a very unique type of translation studies school. There's not one like it.
This is something I think quite special about the Nida school, because what it does is it brings people together of very different experiences, training, and I've kept in contact with several people from last year. They've become friends.